Shalom, Israel. Coming to y'all live from south side of Chicago via grandma's basement. Visiting my family. I'm doing this video just in essence giving thanks because I'm so grateful for being Israel, to know that we Hebrews, the original Jews, the tribe of Judah, here in North America, so-called black man. It's a lot to be thankful for when you pay attention to these scriptures and everything, when you become woke. It's the fact that understanding I use this information to get through to my daughter's mother and my daughter foremost, and understand that Bible crosses all T's, dot all I's. The fact that tells you about passing your children through the fire, human sacrifice, teaching them the traditions and the ways of this world, which was given to the dominion of Satan, Edom, Esau, and just to see the power of the Most High, to know that we were chosen before we were woke. We were chosen. I'm so grateful. Just coming back here to Chicago, visiting family, and being able to share with them. You know, got a couple of other family members, they woke too. They got other doctrines that they follow, but I'm hoping that the Most High can bring us together all on one accord. You know, this walk, it ain't easy, but it definitely ain't hard. And I'm loving everything about it. I mean, just to see, you know, things that's transpiring in current affairs, from Kanye West, Dennis Rodman, the shootings, you know, the shooting in Vegas, you know, his brother named Big Judah on YouTube. He got some video detailing, you know, how this prophecy for that shooting to happen, and it actually happened at on a Jubilee or something like that, pertaining to scriptures. And then you had the shooting in Florida with the students and the sheriff that everybody was trying to get, you know, reprimanded or what have you, for his slow response with his police force or training or something like that. His last name is Israel. You know, and then we got the brother in Dallas that got killed by the female Edomite cop. His middle name was Shem, S-H-E-M. Now, that's prophetic because the understanding is the Most High says, as long as you're in this world and don't know who your God is, basically you're not protected. They'll keep moving the goalposts for justice. Same way Philandro got shot in the front seat, legally owning a gun. They'll keep moving the goalposts, you know. But they'll give a sacrificial lamb, you know, like they did with the Van Dyke cop right here in Chicago, you know. They had to pacify Judah, keep you calm. So they gave you that verdict. But ain't nothing much gonna come of it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he got the guilty, whatever. You know, this is still a dominion, still a world. That was only done for pacification. So seeing all this stuff, and it's being prophetic, even understanding the blessings of when you become woke, how he moves you out of the way of this world to protect you. You know, I was in the streets before I became woke, you know what I'm saying? To a degree I came out because I matured a little bit, but that's all praise to the Most High, you know. But there were certain things of this world that would trigger me to get me to react to certain things, assault people, what have you. I still had that heathenist characteristic. And I'm telling you, since I've been woke, 3 years, going on 3 years, I've had one altercation, which happened to be on the Sabbath. that was tempting my heathenistic, attributes. And it just happened to be on the Sabbath. And the Most High moved that situation out of my way before my very eyes on the Sabbath, 4:30 in the evening, at that time of the season, just as the sun was going down. I mean, it was just unbelievable, the things I'm seeing. And I try to share with other people, friends that's in this world, family and everything. And I see where they cleaving at, even this thing going on politically with the voting and everything. If you pay attention and notice, it might sound like conspiracy, this and that, but this all is set up by design. Things are done to pacify Judah. You got the black female out of Georgia running for governor, Opal endorsing her. Dennis Rodman, with his stunt he pulled with Trump, going over to Korea and everything, If this don't pique your interest, to ask, how is he able to do that, Dennis Rodman? Not seeing, they don't let nobody, especially a black man, have any power to intrude and play self-ambassador to another country. No matter if it's for the good of this country, they're not going to allow that. They let you know Dennis Rodman been planted or prepped. They know his characteristics. They know what they can do with him. His nickname is the Worm. Worm is bait. They were baiting Judah to get you on board with this. Oh man, we got a black man, you know what I'm saying? Look, he got influence, look how powerful we are, just like Black Lives Matter, marching only get you strong legs and calves. This is not our world. Only thing we can do is come back to the laws and commandments, keep the holy days and his Sabbaths. And this world will be moved out your way. This is a captivity. This was a punishment for a few generations. I know it's hard being in the matrix, with the programming being compromised and everything. We can't just see it that way. But that's the fact of it. It is written. We are not more powerful than our God. And what he wrote is very powerful. And I'm not talking about what these black churches preaching on Sunday, teaching slave doctrine, what they talking about, the prosperity movement. Somebody gonna come into your life and give you a good husband or wife and a nice job and car and all this other stuff of this world. That's worldly stuff. You got to come out of this world with that conditioning, that programming. And I mean, I could share so much as a testament to what is really going on, but who listens? The random stranger will listen to what I gotta say before some loved one or a family member or something like that, or friend, because they know me from this world. That's a sad thing, but that's the reality of it. I'm not trying to convert nobody. He said he's gonna destroy 90% of us, so it is what it is. I don't. I'm just doing my best. Like I say, I know that my daughter's protected now on the right path. At least she's applying in the right line. That's all I can ask for. And if you're not doing the same for yours, there's people out here to get the truth and they don't want to share it because they're afraid they're going to be shunned. I'm not embarrassed by Christ and the Most High. Ahaya, Baha, Shem, Yeshaya, Satan. Why would I be embarrassed about? But you'll display some Sunday pagan on the bandwagon belief that you know nothing about. This was told about it. Tradition handed down to you. That's not yours. This is why Nat Turner killed those people. If you ever watched that movie, Birth of a Nation, because when he read that book, that Bible, he saw who we were. But you can't escape God's prophecy. He wasn't going to let that happen. The same way he wouldn't let Black Wall Street happen. We cannot be a nation without our God. And we can never, divert prophecy. I had a friend of mine tell me online when I explained to him that King James wasn't white, that he was a Hebrew, and that he ran England. He had a hard time understanding that because he said, "So let me get this straight." In those hours, that time, while we were being sentenced to slave ships from Africa to the New World, excuse me, why did he use armies to stop the slave trade, knowing that they were blacks? For one, he had the scrolls. The spirit was put on him by the Most High because he had that authority and that power in that land to bring scribes together to orchestrate the 66 books, plus the Apocrypha. If he's seeing prophecy and feeling the spirit and everything, who is he to try to go and stop what God is doing? That's because my friend had a worldly understanding. He's putting more power in this world, believing in this world, and what man can do over the Most High God. That's what he had to say about that. And then he refused to believe, even though I showed him the information came off of Google, that in that part of the land, mostly blacks ran. It's my grandma. She was asking who in the basement because I'm talking to myself. That so-called blacks ran England, and it's proof. So with that said, I'm just saying what I'm very grateful for. Being able to see it, to get it. There's so many of them, the 90% ain't gonna get it. The 2/3 ain't gonna get it. And that's what's sad. And I'm walking amongst the dead, the walking dead. But I'm gonna continue to pray. With that, I'm gonna say shalom, brothers, stay strong. Keep your Sabbaths. All praise to the Most High. Ahaya, Bahashem Yeshaya. Shalom.